Welcome to Adams Brown Recycling, located in Georgetown, Ohio. We are a nonprofit recycling facility that serves Adams and Brown counties in Ohio. Let's take a tour of our recycling facility to show how material you send in to recycle is processed. First, we begin in our material buyback area, where customers come to sell recyclable material we purchase. When this facility was originally designed, convenience for our customers was a major consideration. We realized some of our customers generally drive a distance in order to recycle with us, so the last thing we want is for them to have to wait in a line when they arrive. Our drive-thru is set up with an air bell, a closed-circuit camera, and a TV monitor to alert our buyers when customers arrive to recycle. Once you pull in, the first thing we do is greet you and determine what type of material you have. The most common item we get through our buyback area is aluminum cans. So we have the aluminum can processing area set up. This is basically a two-stage system. The first stage is where the cans are emptied onto a conveyor belt, which transports the cans into a basket that has a scale hooked up to it. As the cans drop into the basket, the scale starts recording their weight. Once all of the cans for the order have dropped into the basket, we go over to the cashier window to let them know how many pounds of cans the customer brought. Then they are paid accordingly. The second stage in the aluminum can processing is a baling system. Once the aluminum can basket is filled, a trap door at the bottom of the basket is opened to release the cans onto a second conveyor belt. The cans are then transported to a baler. Once the cans are compacted and there are enough to make a bale, our staff feeds wires through grooves in the baler and ties the ends of the wires together in order to secure the bale once it's released. Each bale weighs approximately 600 to 700 pounds and contains an average of 16,500 cans per bale. Once the bale is made, it is stored until sold. Materials we purchase other than aluminum cans, like copper pipe, electric wire, scrap aluminum, and other non-magnetic metals, are weighed on certified floor scales. We also purchase wet cell batteries, which typically come from cars, trucks, ATVs, tractors, and Power Wheel children's toys. The items are sorted into similar groups and placed in a cart which is rolled onto the scale. To begin the buying process, a buyer asks the customer for their identification and swipes it through our touchscreen computer system in order to pull up the customer's information. The buyer then enters the type of material being weighed, rolls the cart with material onto the scale, and subtracts the weight of the cart. The weight of the empty cart is displayed on the side of each cart. For instance, the material is placed on the cart and then rolled onto the floor scale. The weight of the cart is subtracted from the total weight, giving the weight of the material being sold. That information is saved in the computer and then accessed by the cashier in order to pay the customer for their items. We also accept steel and electronic devices, but do not pay for them. We recycle them, and it is a great alternative to it going to the landfill. Our current prices are listed on our price board located directly above our cashier station. Prices fluctuate with the stock exchange, so they may change on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis depending on how the stock market is trading. This is the tipping floor. When our trucks come in with full containers, they back in, tip their containers up, and empty the contents onto the floor. Here at Adams Brown Recycling, we have a single stream recycling system. This means that all of the recyclables are emptied into the same pile and sorted. Material in our single stream system include cardboard, newspaper and magazines, office paper, junk mail, cereal and snack boxes, plastic bottles, jars and jugs, except oil or gas containers, glass bottles, jars and jugs, metal or tin cans, aluminum cans, aerosol cans, and pet food cans. Sorting begins at this conveyor belt. This employee hand loads material onto the conveyor belt, where it is transported 17 feet above the ground to the sort line, where it is sorted by hand. At the same time he is loading the conveyor belt, he is removing items that we don't recycle. Once the material travels up the first conveyor belt, it drops onto another conveyor belt to continue the sorting process. The first group of workers are emptying all plastic bags. They are also removing garbage and putting it into the first chutes, which sends it to a trash dumpster. Plastic bags are bad for our machines because they can get caught in the conveyor belts and cause problems. Next, workers are sorting out cardboard and glass. This keeps broken glass out of the rest of the sorting process to reduce equipment wear and also contamination to other products. This also keeps large pieces of cardboard from getting tangled in the machines. The rest of the material on the conveyor belt falls onto a separator where paper products are carried over the top to our paper sort line, and containers are directed down onto another conveyor belt to be taken to our container sorting area. Paper products are carried by the conveyor belt to the paper sorting area. The first container is for non-paper items, which were sent over with the paper. Those items are dropped into this opening where they are carried over to the container sorting area to be sorted. The next opening is for cardboard material, such as cereal and snack boxes and paper towel rolls. The rest of the paper products continue to ride the conveyor belt where they are emptied into the paper stall area below and weighted to be baled. The plastic and metal containers are sent to the last sort line, where they are sorted according to the type of material they are made of. The first group is called HDPE No. 2 natural plastic, which are basically milk jugs and other frosty plastics. The next bin holds No. 1 PET plastic, such as soda pop bottles, water bottles, or other drink containers. The last plastics bin is HDPE No. 2 pigmented plastic, which is the same type of plastic as the milk jugs, except this type is colored, which includes detergent containers, plastic coffee cans, shampoo, and conditioner bottles. For steel food can sorting, a magnetic conveyor belt picks up the cans as they travel under the magnet and drops them into their designated bin. At the end of this sort line is where aluminum cans, glass, and any other products left on the line are sorted. The material left remaining on the conveyor belt is garbage and drops into a dumpster. Below the sort line are 3 stalls which hold paper grades that have been sorted from above and placed into the corresponding openings, such as cardboard and paper. The material is stored in the stalls until there is enough of each to bale. Once we have enough of a material to begin baling, the material is pushed onto a conveyor belt where it travels to a compactor. The doors to the paper stalls are raised and machines push the material onto the conveyor belt, which transports it to the compactor. To bale containers, a gate is lifted allowing the material to flow onto the conveyor belt using gravity. Our baler is driven by hydraulic presses, which creates the compaction. This system is completely automated. It releases wire and ties it around the bale as it is being pushed out of the baler. Very similar to square hay bales, these bales are much larger, weighing anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds. Once the material is baled, it is labeled with the date and weight and taken to storage. The bales are stacked in storage until there are enough bales of a material to fill a semi-load. Once we have enough to make a load, the products are sold to various companies. Each company sends a semi-truck to our facility to haul the material away to continue the recycling process by creating new products from the material purchased from us. Thank you for taking the time to see how our facility works. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a tour, call us at 937-378-3431.